Welcome to anybody that's new. Welcome back, all of my lovelies. It is Sunday afternoon. I am glad to be here. If you are new, please consider subscribing so you get the notifications. You never know what we're going to be talking about here. Like one of my friends, Homegrown USA, says we can talk about anything from astronauts to underwear. And that is true. But I am listed as an entertainment channel, so some of the things I say, I hope you have your special reading glasses on and can look between the lines. So we will wait for a few people to come in, and if you want to skip over to about the 10-minute timestamp on any of my videos, you will miss the greetings and can see the topic. And there is Mr. Orca Crew. How are you, sweetheart? That was an awful sweet text. I appreciate that. I hope you got my answer. I got to get adjusted here. We're waiting for a few people to come in, and I finally got smart for the replay and put for anybody that wanted to come in on the about the 10-minute mark, they could miss the greetings and the hello and get straight to the hey there, Miss CJ Blaze. I am, I don't know, maybe I need to say that later. It ain't nobody but you and Orca Crew. Oh my goodness. How's that precious angel this morning or this afternoon? Afternoon. It is afternoon. I am flustered to no end. Everybody was late leaving. Hey, Rip Girl, you're so right. I'm here for some saving and fellowship. Love your art. Well, today is entertainment. I am listed as an entertainment channel, and I hope everybody has on their special glasses because we're going to need to do some reading between the lines. My little commercial I didn't get much. Oh, a little fussy. Love her heart. Hey, Miss Alish, how are you, sweetheart? I said in the beginning for anybody watching the replay, if they wanted to get to the 10-minute mark, we'll go about 10 minutes saying hello to everybody and seeing who's good. I hate she's fussy. Love her heart. Love her heart. But today's going to be a little tricky. And I forgot to send my thumbnail over to this phone. So I've got to wait till I end the live to put my thumbnail up. I don't even remember what the title was now. Hey, Alyssa, you loved my commercial about Uncle Billy. That was awesome. Well, thank you. Let me tell you, it wasn't pushed very hard. Most of my I call them commercials instead of shorts because that's what I think they are. They've been getting 1,100 to 1,300 views. Not that one. But I am listed as an entertainment channel. So I can use some entertainment and satire, and I need everybody to put on their special reading glasses so they can read between the lines. Glad you're here, Mr. Rip Curl. I'm going to start this one out with scripture, actually. If I can find it, listen. I went over my notes last night and tried to get myself in line and in order. And I did put for people watching the replay, I do, hello, welcome everybody, and anybody new, I do that thing while I'm waiting for y'all to get notifications. And I told them to skip to the 10-minute mark. So I'm going to try to be pretty faithful and just do hellos for about 10 minutes. But yeah, I appreciate that, Alyssa, when I was trying to, that was actually going to be my title. And I thought, maybe I better not do that. Let's do that as the commercial. So I had fun with that. I had to do it about 10 times. This chat looks like a mod chat. Yes, that's why, I've had some people to ask me to mod them. And I said, look, I can't have more mods than I have people, in chat. But it takes a little bit. And Sunday is kind of slow. People are busy. But it's not like that on Fridays. Am I too close? Am I too close? I don't know if I'm too close or not. I'd like to try to get my chair where you can see my line and my cross. I love that thing. We are used. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. We're gonna let them roll unless they get real ugly. We're gonna let them roll. Let them roll. You have to be. I troll first. Oh. I told myself. I knew what you meant. Honey, listen, y'all know I can't text. My word, I'm just horrible. I'm starting out with Diet Sprite today. Mr. Trucker, I know. Listen, I was trying to get my thumbnail to send to this phone because I have a picture of that favorite person we're going to talk about with a big old red heart on him. But we're not going to get into the topic till 10 after. I told everybody in the pre-thing while we were waiting for everybody to get notifications that if they didn't want to be in for the hello, how are yous, to skip to the 10-minute mark. So we're going to have 10 minutes for each of our lives to chitty chat just a minute and liked and shared out. Thank you. Thank you. I don't even remember what my title was now. I was in such a hurry. Everybody was late leaving. I could not get started. Oh, Conspiracy Queen, there you are. Been wondering where you been. Here's my thumbnail. Remember, I'm an entertainment channel. Oh my goodness, my goodness. What did I put that time? I don't listen. I was so rushed. I knew y'all were waiting on me. I don't even know. I might change it. I've got some pretty good titles I wrote down, but I don't want to get myself in trouble. But let me entertain y'all with my possible titles I had, because who doesn't want a billionaire approved dinner? We absolutely love every single one of his ideas, and we do. He is only out for our best interest. Control the food, save the people, right? You know? From software to soil, what could go wrong? Nothing that he's tied into, because he only has our best interest at heart. Yes, sir. And that's what we're talking about today, is how much he loves us. Feeding the future, one patent at a time. But there's a problem with that title when I come up with that. We'll go over that in just a little bit. Yes. He's just trying to help. God, don't worry. He owns the land and the LAB meat. He's just trying to help. And then I started to do that. Well, the title actually was his recipe is a pinch of power and a dash of control. Yes. So remember, everything that I am going to say today is satire, because I am listed as an entertainment channel. Yep. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, we're almost 10 minutes. And on my little entry thing, I told everybody, go to the 10-minute mark. Let me see. I've got this stuff in two places. Oh, here's where I wanted to start, though. So everybody will understand. Put on your special glasses. You got to read between some lines. Okay, Ecclesiastes 7:13. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which has been crooked? Made crooked, not right. Okay, Romans 1:15. Who changed the faith of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. That warns us of disaster, y'all. And Deuteronomy, thou shalt not sow thy vineyard with divers seeds, lest the fruit of thy seed be defiled. God don't want us messing with his creation. Nope, he don't. Okay. Let me see. Let's get on with it. Now remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. You know how all of us, you can get what? Yeah, I know. A pinch of power. That's true. You know, we all have family members that we consider family. I consider y'all family. We all have people in our lives that we were raised calling uncle and aunt because we had such an endearment to them. Well, how can we not have an endearment for Uncle Bill that is doing nothing but trying to save us from ourselves? And that's all he's doing. Trying to save us from ourselves. He's got the best ideas and he's got the money to push this. So let's see. Of course, there's a lot of this we know, but you know, somebody new might not. He's the largest farmland owner as of 2021 with 275,000 beautiful acres of farmland in our country. So, you know, if something happens, you know, he's got the farmland. He could sure fix us right up. We don't have to worry about anything because Uncle Bill's got our best interest at heart, and that's why he bought that all up. And he'll tell you that. Okay, then we've got the GMO food investments. What is really great about that is, you know, the food is one thing. He's got the farmland. He can feed us. We don't have to worry about him feeding us. But for our farmers now, what he's done is played with the seeds. And you know how we've all been taught to save our seeds. And if you plant a new seed one year and you grow that plant that's not so great, and you save the seeds from that fruit, and then you plant it the next year, that seed starts to get used to its environment. And as time goes on, you save your seeds, it'll just be a lush plant. Well, Uncle Billy has made it so the seeds don't need to be saved. Because if you save those special seeds that he made, they won't grow. Won't grow nothing. Won't grow a thing. So if you've got seeds you've been saving, you better take good care of them. And if you can get anything that wasn't started with one of those special lovely seeds, and you've got some special seeds of your own, you better be saving them. Do not buy anything that is in that category, because it won't grow. And it was built to not grow. And you got to be careful from these seed companies, even Baker Creek and, you know, the big seed companies, because they don't grow all their seeds and save them and resell them. They buy from other people. So they don't even know if they're getting GMO. Poet don't know it. Make a rhyme every time. So those seeds are useless. And I know he didn't mean to do that. I know he didn't, because he's got our best interest at heart. I want to flip a little bit before I go through any of this. You know, he's all famous for Microsoft, and he just had to get out of that business so he could come and help us and save us. And interestingly enough, that the only patents in his name are for Microsoft. Everything else is funded through other companies that does not have his name on it. So he is such a humble man. He doesn't even want to take credit. The only thing he's doing is pushing them billions of dollars so that these companies can do it and take the credit. That, that's being humble beyond. Billions of dollars. And you can't find his name nowhere. Nowhere. Now, the big thing with the farming is he wants not to lower the carbon footprint. He wants a zero carbon footprint. This is great entertainment. These other people, like AOC and everybody in Washington, they want to lower our carbon footprint. Well, Uncle Bill wants a zero carbon footprint. Zero. Zip, zilch, zero. I mean, how in the world could this man be so humble and so smart and try so hard to take care of us? I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, it's crazy. And, there, I don't know, I'm old. The only pain reliever, and if you got sick and had a temperature when I was a kid, Bayer aspirin was the only thing. Well, there was this company that started having a negative name, and nobody really wanted anything to do with them, and right, and that we shouldn't be judging anybody, but Uncle Bill was working with Monsanto's and was really trying to help us. That you're not going to hear much about that company anymore because they were bought out by Bayer aspirin. Makes you wonder about that little aspirin, don't it? How much good it did us. And going back to the seeds, they can't legally be saved and replanted. Not legally. But I think that's because they don't want everybody freaking out for our best interest. Those seeds might not have, they wouldn't produce anything the next year. He loves us so much, he wants us to have fresh every year, even from the seeds, If you've been saving seeds for 20 years, out the window. He's just wanting us. He's just wanting us to have fresh, the best for us. He is involved with GAVI, which is a global alliance for. His name's not on it. These are probably all shell companies or something. But he puts billions of dollars into that. And he has been so devastated by what happened in South Africa. There's a huge interest in South Africa among the indigenous people because they haven't been brainwashed and don't know that all these things are bad for us. So he, Uncle Bill and his companies have gone in to the people that haven't been brainwashed, like we have with all of this stuff that we do. And that GAVI company has gone into the indigenous people, and unfortunately, thousands of children have gone to be with the Lord. And he's just been real upset over that. And that experimentation continues, and I'm quite sure, I know Uncle Bill just wants us to, try to stop that and save the children, and yeah, they can't be guinea pigs. But what I was going to say about, we all have family members we were raised with that really weren't family members by blood. We just loved them so much, and they loved us so much, and helped raise us and helped with the family. We've got Aunt Bessie and Uncle Sam, and they're not really relatives, but that's how we feel about Uncle Bill. He has been so interested in saving the world that he's just like one of those relatives that's really not blood related, but he cares so much about us that, we need to call him Uncle Bill. I mean, you've got to love somebody that has spent billions and billions of dollars to save us from ourselves. I mean, come on, think about it. Then there is in 2017, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. 2017. Let's see. And there was an event that took place in the fall of 2019, and then in January of 2020. And do you know the world was prepared for the response and the medications and everything, the warpness of how that was all enacted, because Uncle Billy started in 2017 taking care of that. This man must have a crystal ball. Is he led by the Lord, or does he have a crystal ball? How would he know to do that for our benefit? I don't know. Just amazing, y'all. Just amazing. I mean, he wants a rapid response to what cures and stops any kind of an epidemic. CPI, which I just told you, Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness, they're the ones that hosted that event 201 in the fall that was about that C-19. And he backs all that. Now, it's just a shame they don't give him credit, because do you know these companies that are doing all this stuff, he's not even a board member. Nope, not even a board member. I mean, how humble would you have to be to not even want your name associated with a board or your foundation associated with a board? You just take the money and just billions of it, and your name's not tied to it anyhow. I mean, how much more humble could you be? But they do. The GAVI and the CPI, do you remember the Preparedness Initiative? It's the CPI. They give him all kinds of credit. Won't let him on the board, but they give him all kinds of credit because his ideas align with theirs. No. He's not on a board. His name's not on nothing. You know that big old W, A, B, C, D, E, F meeting that takes place all the time? He's not even on that board, but he never misses a meeting. He always gets to speak. They always listen, and they always follow his ideas. At least they're smart enough to listen. And he's just too humble to be on the board. He just doesn't want his name for litigation. If these companies would do something bad, he also controls WHO. They get a bunch of his money. He just gives. And the only thing that these companies are, they're a little taken back and upset because everybody knows that the funding is coming from Uncle Bill, and he loves us and we're supposed to trust us, and they're getting a lot of trouble because people are accusing them of conflict of interest, and they won't allow any outside oversight. Well, they've got outside oversight. They've got Uncle Bill. He's taking care of it. October 2022, there was a major simulation called catastrophic contagion. The foundation paid for that. That mess was over by then. It was over by then. And they were joined by Johns Hopkins University. Took my oldest son there. He was having so much trouble when he first got out of the Marines. We took him everywhere, trying to get help and try to do something for him. And that was absolutely a nightmare situation that we lived through with that hospital. So that didn't surprise me at all. That did not surprise me at all. But these companies have come up with fictional situations like the C-19. And one of them, highly affects children, which, Uncle Bill has such a big heart for, like worried about those indigenous children in South Africa. Well, he's worried about the children around the world. So one of these scenarios was targeting children. So he's put in billions and more dollars to see how the children would be affected. And he's moving just from, there's been a little bit of heat and appreciation for what has happened in South Africa. So he's moving or suggesting that these companies move their activities to Asia and just certain parts of Europe and America. He's finally bringing his love to America. So let's see what else we got. Somebody's outside playing the guitar. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's see. What have I got? Now there is we gotta be watching because he's put all of the money in. The patents are pending on special potatoes and peas. We're gonna have to help Uncle Bill and just start planting our own potatoes and peas because if there's a patent, it can only be good for us because Uncle Bill's involved. Oh my gosh. And that's the main course of a meal. So far that's a main course of a meal. Side course, if Uncle Bill was feeding us a nice big dinner, a side dish would be getting into all of the lab grown stuff. And it's just amazing, that he was ahead of the curve on the deaths of all these hundreds of thousands over the last couple of years of chickens and cows. So we don't have to worry about that. He's got that under control. He's got it growing in a lab. No patent in his name. Not a one. Just humble. Just a humble man. Oh my gosh. However, he is the founder of ID 2020. This is the rest of his love for us, which is the digital ID. He wants his name on that. He wants his name on that one. He is the founder of that. And that is so there can be gatekeepers for our protection, y'all, for food access, travel, and employment. He's even working on simulations around the world to save us from ourselves. I mean, never even thought that somebody was looking over us on that level. We know we have God. We know we have our Savior. Praise God. Because this little gatekeeper is trying to play those positions, in my estimation. Climate smart agriculture, carbon farming. That was one of his pet projects. Worrying about our carbon emissions. Do y'all remember a live or two ago I showed y'all a world map with all the little red dots on it? And all of the land on the world, 1% is populated. So I'm quite sure our carbon footprint from that 1% is just destroying everything. Wouldn't you think? I mean, wouldn't you think? Now, we know about, in 5 years, there's a big agenda. And we were all kind of worried about that. Listen, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to worry about that in 5 years. You know why? Uncle Billy plays a big part in that with our best interest at heart. That's another one of his big pet projects. He is all over it. So, if it can come to fruition in 5 years, we're all good to go. He's taking care of all of us. Just through that one. Just through the one. That agenda in 5 years. It's 2025. Add 5 to it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Surely. Okay. Now, here's another thing. With my MS, I am so allergic to everything, and I have no immune system. So if I get a mosquito bite, within 24 hours, I have, oh, daggone it. I knew the name was going to escape me. Cellulitis. Man, it feels like 1,000 needles going, and I'm not reading chat, y'all. I'm sorry. Feels like 1,000 needles going through you when you touch it, and it welts up real big, and it gets real red. And the only thing that you can do is try to get on antibiotics real quick, because it can very quickly get in your bloodstream and cause you have a heart attack and die. But we all know that there's been mosquitoes released in several places. And Uncle Billy did that. Uncle Billy funded that. Now, once again, he won't take credit. And it comes from Oxitec, which is a British-based company. But once again, as humble as he is, he provides the funding for it. Now, here's how these little mosquitoes work. I mean, what a fabulous idea. It was only males released, and they were released to mate with females. These males could not produce anything that would produce a baby mosquito. I would think of something like that. So the idea was, if you've got these sterile males mating with female mosquitoes, then their eggs aren't any good, and it's going to eradicate mosquitoes all around the world. Not to mention, that little mosquito was kind of a starting point for anything else that could be not real. I refer you way back 2 or 3 years ago on my channel with, on the thumbnail, a bee that was shiny and its wings clicked. But anyway, so it was a good idea, and we can't blame Uncle Bill for trying. But daggone it, you know what they found out? These daggone mosquitoes are so resilient. They love to suck our blood so bad that they're changing. They're changing. It didn't stop the eggs. It didn't kill the mosquitoes. They're evolving, and no pesticides, no bug spray, no nothing are killing them. And they can still carry malaria. They didn't think ahead for that. And he's just so brokenhearted. The billions he put in, to that. And he's just brokenhearted because the original plan was to keep us and our little kids from getting mosquito bites, and especially in some of the, areas to stop malaria. They were released, 10 million of them were released in Brazil. 750 were released in Florida and California, and it was an undisclosed number released in Africa. And Uncle Bill paid for all that. Can you believe that? It just blows my mind. He paid for all that. And now there's not any documented research of, how they're going to fix this situation of these mosquitoes that now can't be killed. Nothing's phasing them. Their genes changed. Gene modification. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Okay. A lot of what goes on to protect us and save us from ourselves is through a company called PATH, all capital letters. That stands, and all their funding comes from this wonderful man. And it stands for Program for Appropriate Technology in Health. That's what PATH stands for. Appropriate technology. It's a global non-for-profit health organization based in Seattle, Washington. Founded in 1977, a year before I graduated from high school. How far ahead do these people think? People think for our benefits. I mean, it just blows my mind how far ahead they think. And PATH works to help improve public health, especially among the low income individuals here and around the world. And that's where they, around the world with the low income, because they're so interested in saving the low income, because low income automatically means low IQ, and they have to be saved from themselves. And, Uncle Billy was, right on top of this. It, their number one thing is smart, syringes. We got to be prepared for any kind of thing that happened like in 2020. And he, once again, he won't take any credit for it, even though it was established 1977 in our own country, Seattle, Washington. Then we've got intellectual property, IP. Refers to legal rights granted to individuals or organizations for creation of the mind. Oh, God. These rights allow the holder to control how their creations are used, shared, and sold. They protect innovations and give the inventor exclusive rights for 20 years. Trademark, protected brand names, logos, slogans. Now, bless his heart, he did this first, to protect the Apple logo. But it goes across all things like Nike swoosh, It protects trade secrets. Anything that somebody can come up with their mind for the betterment of us dumb people is protected. And he once again funds all that. And also, these nonprofits are licensed. Nobody can go after them in any way whatsoever. They're patented and they're licensed. He thinks of everything and pays for every blasted bit of it. All of it. Okay. Now, there's no official tie to this next one. But there is a money trail. And the money that funds DARBA is Uncle Billy's. Yep, Uncle Billy's. And it goes to their projects with interest in areas in biotechnology. You know what C19 was called, the P word, preparedness. This development, health surveillance. They're even going to be able to watch us anywhere and know what our health is all about. And this happened because that D and Uncle Billy were both interested in making sure we're healthy. So they do the work and he pays the bills. They were the ones that developed the safe genes for those mosquitoes. Yep. They're the ones that very early on did the mRNA. And Uncle Billy loves Moderna. That's his little pet project. And he loves taking credit for the warp speed of protecting us all. And he's the one that wants credit for that. He wants very little credit for anything, but he wants credit for that. They're working on wearable sensors in our clothes, in our bodies. Through that D and him. Now he is a little more vocal in circles about his connection with that, but you know, it's all under that DAR company, and he just likes them. He just tells everybody how wonderful they are for all of us. But there's even though he's considered a philanthropist, he's getting some criticism because of this D connection and the clothing that can send signals and tell about our health, and these things that can tell about our health, and some people think he's trying to overreach a little bit, but not me, not Uncle Billy. Are you kidding? Nah, couldn't be. Could not be. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. So anyway, that is the information that I have in case anybody thought he was a bad man. I wanted to explain there's not a thing in our world that his money doesn't pay for that is not for our best interest. It's him. And he don't want his name. He don't want to take credit. That humbleness. So anyway, I hope I presented that in a way that the YMCA tube will accept it, not take it down. But most of this, maybe you might have known, but I really thought that there were a lot of patents. No. He's got it fixed till he can't be executed for any of this. It's all fixed and done legally. Patents that aren't in his name, but of the mind. He's patented the mind. So whatever anybody thinks about anything that he is so lovingly and willingly prepared to pay for, they can't be in any trouble because their mind's patented. Who in the world? Anyway, okay, moving on. Oh, thank you. But anyway, I'm an entertainment channel, and I hope that entertained you. And I hope you had your special reading glasses so you could read between the lines. And anybody that shows up new, I sure hope they can understand what cues I was given. So anyway, did y'all know that he was in all that? Did y'all know how upset he was over these thousands of South African children that were used for guinea pigs? Oh, yeah. Drop little Shannon's link there, somebody. 7 o'clock tonight. Informed and entertained. Oh my gosh. Never been entertained this well in a long time. You didn't know all that? Oh, good. I was afraid that I had found stuff and everybody's going to say, where you been? I've known that for 10 years. I do. I appreciate your mind, Elish. Appreciate those prayers that come out of that mind. Thank you, Trucker. I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue. But y'all do need to go back. Anybody that's new, scroll back. I don't know, as what, 3, maybe 4 years ago. There's a thumbnail with a bee on it, and it's something about bee bot. I videoed some kind of bug. And the videos did not, you can hear it on the video, but I had witnesses. I had my son and I had his caretaker, and you could hear the wings flapping. And the odd thing about it is that sucker would not show up until I got on my phone talking to somebody about stuff that we can't necessarily talk about on here without it being coded. And here come that blasted black thing. And that was before, those lovely mosquitoes that have just gotten out of hand now. What a Lish say. Nope. And I know everything. Yeah, you do. Listen, when it comes to the good book, I'm praying. Oh, Moonface 5, honey. Well, basically, a lot of the things that are going on and things that I didn't know. Uncle Billy don't have patents. He is such an humble man. He don't have patents for anything but some stuff that's connected to Microsoft. There are patents for these lovely things that protect us from ourselves, and his name's not on anything. His name's not even on a board of anything but a foundation all around the world, and he's right at the top of the list with everybody that's pushing this agenda in 5 years, and the WHO and the CDC and the WEF. But he's not on any of the boards. He's so humble, he don't want anybody to know what he's really up to. But in 1977, in Seattle, Washington, developed that company. Yeah, go back and watch it. And I'm an entertainment channel, Moon, and you just need on your special reading glasses to read between the lines. But we love Uncle Bill. Just like one of those relatives that's really not blood related, but they have our best interests at heart and love us so much, so we call them Aunt and Uncle so-and-so. Daggone it, I needed to let y'all know he's our uncle. He loves us. He's saving us from ourselves. Who knew? Daggone. So let me turn my volume down first. Did you see my short, Moon? Did you see that short? I forget now how I put it now. We were going to talk about, and it's him in a chef's outfit, about him, and we were going to have a, oh man, what was it? I can't remember now. Hold on a minute. I wrote it down because I had to practice. I was so tickled at myself. It said that we were going to talk about a dash of data, a pinch of patents, and a whole lot of control. Here's the thumbnail for the short. But I'd get tickled. I bet you I did that stupid thing 10 times. And it was funny. I had to video it, and when I went back to delete, because I try to keep stuff cleared off of my phone, I'd be those videos would have been good bloopers. I should have saved them and put them together as a blooper. I never thought about that. But yeah, it took me a minute to do that because I just get so tickled. I was just so happy over the information that I found. But you know, the odd thing is, most of my little commercial shorts, they get over 1,000 views. Not this one. Not this one. And all I'm doing is giving him credit. You know, how much more could I do besides give this man credit for us not knowing what is best for us? I mean, come on. What is this doing? I swear to Pete. Oh, it didn't take 24 hours from live chat to load last time. Let me go back and see. Hey, Drop, did I speak to you? I'm sure you got a lot to say about this. Yes, that's what I said. He's trying to be that, but we already have that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just awesome that he's especially worried about the poor. I don't know. I didn't know being poor made you dumb. I've been with money, I've been without money, but I thought my brain stayed the same. I guess, you know, when I had money, I was smarter, and when I didn't have money, I was dumb. I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't put two and two together. I don't know. I did not know. I'm just looking at chat. Oh, we know who's working on all the piece right now. Man, I'd like to do one on him, but I won't. I don't want to lose my channel. I would. I'd like to. Have y'all seen those AI? I saw somewhere where somebody got in trouble because they thought that it was making him look dumb and not being respectful to the president. But somebody had a channel and they were putting up baby Trump videos. Did y'all see any of those? They were funny. That they got in trouble. What would take days? Oh, to go over him? No, it'd be pretty quick. I think it'd be pretty quick. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, you may have anything else to say? How far have we gone? Oh, 58 minutes. That's pretty good. I can't believe that live was 2 hours Friday. And the views that it has. That shocked me to death. You're in between what, Occam's Razor? You're in between what, babe? Oh, yeah, the baby videos I thought was funny. Um, yeah, they're funny. Your internet's lagging. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But yeah, that's all I had. You know, I don't know. That's all I had. Yeah, I can't believe I finished that sucker up Friday in an hour, and then we chatted for about an hour, and it's got 160 some views, which, you know, with so many people not knowing I'm back, that's a whole lot of views. So, but anytime, if y'all have any kind of social media, if y'all have a big following on TikTok or X or wherever, and I put up one of my little commercial things, y'all are more than welcome to share that. I mean, we've got all kinds of our folks still missing that don't know I'm back. Well, I've been back since what, the end of January, sometime in February on the little channel, but they don't know I'm back here because you can't believe I went through my subscriptions because I lost everybody I was subscribed to. Even I didn't even know who I was subscribed to, not having access to this channel, and 75% of my bells were unrung. So even though they might still be subscribed, their bell, they're not getting notifications. So that's a shame. I mean, we still have some missing. Oh, I want y'all to be sure, and I meant to say this in the beginning. Barefoot Lass, not Barefoot Lass, not Barefoot Lass. I'm sorry, Renee Thomas on the Truth Factor. And I didn't look in the last couple of days, but y'all keep your prayers with her. She was in the hospital, been really, really sick. And then, you know, a couple of lives, I think it was on a Friday night, I went through how they can make supercells with storms that twist through. There was some pretty bad Friday night through yesterday morning devastation across the country, and pray for those people, because I told you exactly how they did it. And in North Carolina and Tennessee and the edge of Virginia, they're still under all those feet of mud. They're still finding so many bodies. They'll never tell us how many people they killed with that, just for minerals under the ground. It's ridiculous. So I can't even get off here today and go do laundry because the washer's broke. I'm gonna have to go to a laundromat. Oh my gosh. I was going to on Friday and I just couldn't make myself. So maybe tomorrow while Ethan's in school, I'll go get our clothes washed. So anything else? I always forget this thing don't show up here. I mean, look. Pull it up on my phone so I can look, and then I don't. Can't save all of who? I can't save nobody. All I can do is try to offer a little entertainment, some education, and people have to go to the Lord. I can't save nobody. But who was you talking about? And those little kids, I get, you know, that. But you know, our laws are, if one person dies in a, you know, trial, one, that's too many. I don't think anybody should. That it is supposed to be stopped and started over fresh from the beginning. It's an undisclosed amount. They first said 500, and then I saw an article, and this is way back when. It's all probably been scrubbed now. Then they said 1,000, and then the largest number I ever saw with the, you know, that warp speed thing was 5,000 in trials, and they pushed it out anyway. I think that guy that left Atlanta, that's connected with that Roth family that thinks he's all protecting, apparently he is. That man should be put in front of a firing squad on TV and all media for America to see that he's going to pay. And if he don't pay on this level, God will take care of him. God will take care of him. God didn't plan for animal diseases to jump to people like HIV. He's the one that did that. Let's see. The weather will continue to, yep. Well, and not Occam's razor, not only is that jet stream being pressed closer, they moved it. The last upswing of that jet stream, always, my entire life, and me and my oldest son, we were made fun of because, you know, if it was an evening or news or a show or whatever, we just played the Weather Channel all day long. We were just interested in the weather. I always was. He was. And all of my life, all of his life, the upswing toward the New England states, that jet stream came right across West Virginia. Now it's moved north. Ohio and Pennsylvania are getting all the snow and weather and stuff we used to get. Speaking of, that old senator or whatever he is that had the stroke during the election in Pennsylvania, he's moved more to the center now, and they're trying to say he's had another stroke and something's wrong with him, and the senators are wanting rid of him. Oh, thank you, Trucker. Yeah, we need to get people over to West Virginia Prepared Mind too, because when I knew and was getting in preparation of this channel coming back, I went to over there. It was WVPM News, and CJ did me the greatest little opening thing. I screwed it up every time. Yeah, Pennsylvania, it's crazy. Ohio, that's what I said. Ohio and Pennsylvania is getting all the weather that Kentucky, Tennessee, the western part of Virginia, and all of West Virginia always got. And now y'all are getting it. It's just absolutely crazy. Listen, oh my gosh. Y'all don't want to get me started on politics. That needs to be a chitty chatty thing. That old McConnell. And then the one that died from cancer from holding his cell phone up against his head that ran for president with old Sarah Palin and his vice president. What was his name? Out of sight, out of mind. Y'all know who I'm talking about, don't you? What was that senator? Ran for president. Sarah Palin was his VP. McCain. Yes. Man took him out of the hospital to go do that vote. Oh my gosh. They are so evil up there. Evil. And if you look at our Constitution, you look at the Federalist Papers, our framers really did not intend for most of what is going on to go on. And they sure did not intend for the Supreme Court to actually be the most powerful branch. They want to talk about weaponize this, weaponize that, weaponize the next thing. Our Supreme Court's been weaponized. And that old Comey Barrett chick, I watched them question her, and I knew she was a liar. I knew she was not going to get in there, and she was not going to vote on anything moderate or conservative. Oh, Roberts has shocked me. That old evil thing. He's always been such a lefty. I mean, he's actually made some moderate decisions. But they have too much power. It wasn't meant to be like that. Clan Mama. Well, as I live and breathe, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you. I'm so glad you found us. Look at there, girls and guys. Clan Mama found us. Oh my goodness. How in the world have you been? Last time I was even talking about you was I thought you was done pretty dirty. You was trying to do something good for somebody, and you took it upon yourself to work yourself to death to try to help in a situation that we didn't realize the legality and the depth of that situation. And you weren't treated so nice about that. And I stood up for you and spoke good. I don't know if you saw those videos or comments. Most of them are probably on private now, but lots of things over the years. Yes, listen, I've been gone. I have been gone. My last video was 2 years ago. Lost control of the channel. Just got it back. May the 4th. Just got it back. I had started doing some stuff over on my little channel. So drop the link since Clan Mama's here. I had WVPM News, and I changed it to West Virginia Prepared Mine too. And I started over there in anticipation of finally getting control of this channel back. But yeah, I'd lost control of my channel. So it is so good to see you. I said, you know, one by one, we're gonna get our little people back. Water under the bridge. I love the fam. That was the whole reason I was there. I stayed true. I know, honey. I know. I understand that 100%. But my feelings were hurt for you. That's all I'm saying. My feelings were hurt for you. No, we're here to have a good time. We're here to just have a good time. You need to go back and watch this. I was telling everybody how much our Uncle Billy Gates loves us. And he is so humble. You got to understand that I listed this as an entertainment channel, and you got to put on your special glasses to read between lines. But, you know, he's like one of those family friends that you feel like family and you call him uncle. So, Uncle Billy, he's so humble, he won't even put his name on a patent except stuff that went with Microsoft years ago, and that he's just dishing out money to these companies and WHO and WF, and he's just doing all kinds of things for us because he's realized that we don't have enough sense to know what's best for us, and he's really strong on that little wonderful agenda that's going to be here in about 5 years. So yeah, I found stuff that I was just shocked. I didn't know all of it. Most people here said they hadn't heard of it. Oh no, we're moving on, honey. I wasn't trying to intend on bringing up the past. You don't have to defend yourself. I was just saying, back when I was real active, that's the last communication I remember having with you. Well, actually, it's an old channel. I used to do news on that channel and then do the commentary on this channel. But yeah, somebody put WVPM. Oh, shoot. I can do it myself. I can. Shoot. Nobody else has. Nope. Oh, I'm not on the channel. Might help if I'd get on the channel, mightn't it? Gosh. Oh, Lord, I'm still a tech tard, ain't no doubt. And I am not fast with links. Somebody's probably already got it dropped before I can even get it here and drop my own link. Yeah, CJ. Yes, I went through that for nothing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was WVPM News. and hoping that people that got the drop downs, if they didn't remember what WVPM news was, because I really, it had been even longer than that since I really did anything over there. I changed it to West Virginia Prepared Mine too, so if anybody did get notifications, they would know it was me. And we had, you know, for the couple of months I did videos over there. I'd like to move them. I've got some pretty good stuff over there on that channel. I get to a laptop. I want to see if I can move them to this channel. Unless people will go over there and watch them on that channel. But thank you, Clan Mommy. Clan Mama. Mommy. Mama. It's so good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't copy the link. Y'all done had it and was talking. So you been doing good, honey? Have you been doing good? Listen, I'm not even West Virginia. Was in Roanoke, Virginia for 13 months, and then Ethan's mama decided that she needed to be closer to her family and moved us west. But in 3 weeks, I'll be heading east. School's out. School's out. School's out. So. Oh, yes. Thank you. My mama, he is. And he's got a little channel. Well, it's my channel. The first video was from when he was about 6 weeks old to current. And right now it's like me as his nanny watching his life journey. We were there were so many Ethans, or probably about 30 Ethans that have channels just sitting not doing anything with them. And he always comes in the room, always enters the house. Hey, it's me, Ethan. Like, you know, what other kid would it be? Which is so cute to me. So I wanted to do, hey, it's me, Ethan. And then it ended up being better that I can watch his life journey because I own the channel, because he's not old enough to own his own channel. But soon as he can have a youth channel at age 9, I'm going to flop it over to a youth channel, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I've got to look at the different age brackets and what all they can do. But we were watching one of his favorite channels, the Outdoor Boys, and that guy had lost his monetization because in the beginning, most of his videos were mostly the kids, or the kids right beside him, and he left comments on, and they demonetized him. Well, my voice is in those videos, but it's mostly his face. And I'm so glad I've got YouTube. I've got YouTube videos. When I first started, he was getting ready to turn 3 in September, and I started my channel in June 11th. And I am so glad to have those videos of him. Oh my gosh. So now that channel will start at 8, him getting ready to turn 9, and have the videos of him. But if you have grandkids that are little, he's done a bedtime prayer and a dinner prayer. And then one day, just out of clear blue sky, he wanted to do a prayer for healing for people. That boy loves Jesus. I'm just so blessed. I think my Oh, no, okay. I was going to say, I think my chats. Yes. And see, that was another thing. That was such a heartbreak over not having control of this channel, you know. I could take some of those and get them and just splice together, stuff he's saying and make, a video just for him and not have to watch the whole video and I didn't have access to do that. So I'm just glad. I'm glad for all kinds of reasons. Well, thank you, Clan Mama. But yeah, it'll be his. Right now, it's me watching Ethan's life journey, and then when he takes it over, and I put that banner where he's at a crossroads, he has decisions to make and stuff. So eventually, it'll be his life journey, that he's telling all of it himself. So, and he's young and he's little, and it'll grow, and you never know what might come of that. Well, anyway, Louis G. You wish you were neighbors with Clan Mom. Everybody wants to be a neighbor with Clan Mom. Let me tell you, she's a worker. Oh gosh, that boy, listen, when he prays, his little hands gets hot, he gets filled with the spirit, little tears well up in his eyes. Let me tell you, I believe God's going to use that little boy. I do. So, anyway, okay. Well, we chatted for about almost, it says an hour and 21 minutes, and I stopped a couple of minutes before the hour. So, I'm going to let y'all go so it's not too long, and maybe we can get. I need to look. I need to put up my thumbnail, and I need to look and make sure I want to keep this title and try to protect this video. But it's true. Uncle Bill loves us. Don't y'all forget, he loves us. He is spending billions of dollars on our behalf because we just don't understand. So don't y'all forget that. So, entertainment purposes only. So anyway, I'm going to go. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great, great, great evening and week because I won't see y'all until 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday night. And I still haven't found out about next Sunday, if that party's going to be Saturday or Sunday. But I might have a birthday party to go to for Ethan's brother that's turning 19 Sunday, but it could be Saturday. So I have to find out. I'll let you know Friday night. So I've got all week to piddle around with the topics. See, I didn't have a topic except for today on Friday. So I had to, get some inspiration. So I've only got, if I don't go ahead and think of 2 topics, which I couldn't last week, I've only got from Friday to Saturday night, Friday night to Saturday night, about 24 hours to put together something for Sunday. And this was all I could come up with. So I thought it was different, a different format, and I thought maybe I'd get a kick out of my dumb self. So anyway, I love y'all. Remember, don't be scared. Just be prepared. And especially with the Lord, read your Bible. Have a good, strong prayer life. And remember, I love you to pieces, each and every one of you. I'm so glad we're getting our little group back together. I've missed everybody. And Clan Mama, my phones were stolen. I didn't even have a best phone number to talk to nobody. I mean, I was cut off from the world. So anyway, I love y'all. Have a great week. Have a blessed week. And I pray for all of you to be safe and sound and share any of this to try to, even my little shorts, if you just share the shorts, to try to find our people and get them back. I mean, there's over 4,000 and we get 20, I guess, which is good. I'm thankful for you. But, there might be other people that want to come and laugh with us and watch my silly self. So anyway, I love you. Have a great week. And I'll be praying for you. Pray for everybody that was in that mess of those tornadoes this weekend, Friday night to into Saturday. And continue to pray for those people that was in that hurricane mass in North Carolina and part of Tennessee and a little part of Virginia. They're still finding bodies. And I mean, people are dying from the toxins that was in that mud, and it's just a mess. We've got so much to be grateful for, you know, and we've got so much to pray for people for. So, anyway, till 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night, y'all have, y'all have a blessed week. I love you. Bye-bye. See ya.